All right, hey everybody. So let's just do some more practice breaking apart the prisms. We're not going to go and calculate the volume. We're not going to go through all 5 steps like we talked about up here. We'll only do the first three, okay? We're going to do the first 3. We're going to find let me highlight this for you. Okay, we're going to find the width. Okay? That's step 1. Then we're going to break apart the shape and draw the lines. And then we're going to go ahead and find the length and the width and the height. We'll do those 3 steps. We will not do the multiplying, and we will not add them together, okay? So the first thing we do is, number 1, find the width, okay? Number 1, we find the width. How do we know what the width is? Well, we know the width are the diagonals, okay? You find the diagonals right here, and we know this will be the width, okay? Actually, we should go ahead and should put some numbers on here so that we can measure this. Let's say that's 2. Let's say this is let's call this 4. We'll call this 2 right here. Call this 2 as well. And I think we should be good. Okay. So again, number 1, we need to find the width. We're going to find the diagonals, okay? I'm going to use red right here. So we found the diagonals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And that's going to equal 2. Okay? This diagonal right here says this one's 2. So if we know 1 is 2, we know they are all 2. All right? So our diagonal width is, we're going to say these are all centimeters, okay? Just for now. So the width is 2. Okay? We know our width is going to be 2. The whole width of everything is going to be 2. All right, step 2, we need to break this thing apart, right? Step 2, if we go all the way up, break apart the shape and draw the lines. So let's break it apart. I always just like to go straight down. I just get used to doing the same thing, okay? We go straight down, we break it apart. Okay, we break it apart. Now we have A right here, and I'll switch the colors, and we have B. We have 2 different rectangular prisms. We have to find 2 different volumes, all right? So we broke it apart and we drew the lines, right? We broke it apart right here. We broke it apart and we drew the lines. Now let's find the length, width, and height of A and B, okay? So we're gonna go A right here. Oh, let's match our colors. So we're gonna go, here's A, and then we will go back to green and we will say, here's B. We're gonna find the length, the width, and the height of B, and we're going to find the length, width, and the height of A. Okay, now here's the cool part. We already found the width. Step 1, we found the width, so we know that one is 2 centimeters. And we actually already know that it's 2 centimeters over here too, okay, because we found it. So we really only need to find 2 different measurements, okay? So in order to find these, remember, so let's look at A first, okay? We take A and we make a spot on A. We find a spot that has 3 lines connecting, okay? 3 lines intersecting at this one point. That's gonna make sure we are getting all of our measurements, our length, our width, and our height. So I always like to pick this top corner just because I know it has all 3, okay? So the first thing we find, left and right, we find our length. Okay, do we know what that one is? Yeah, we look right across. Look, it's right here. It's 2. So we know our length is 2 centimeters. Beautiful. Let's go find our height. Next one is up and down. Do we know what our height is? Yes, look, it's right there, 6 centimeters, right? We got that, 6 centimeters. Oh my gosh, now you have all 3 already. Got it. Beautiful. Okay, I want you guys, when you're solving these, to solve it the exact same way I am. List the A out, list the B out, put length, width, and height, and write it exactly as I am, because it's going to help you keep organized when it comes to remembering which ones you're trying to find, okay? So we found it. We have all 3. Now let's go over to B. We need to find the length, the width, and the height for B. Well, we already know the width is 2. So now let's find our point. Okay, I'll just keep using green. We find a point that's got 3 lines to it, and first one we find is the left and right, like this. Our left and right, that is our length. Okay, do we know what that one is? We don't have anything here. Do we have anything right next to it? Nope, we don't have, so we're going to have to do a little calculation. Okay, so let's move to the next one and see if there's an easier one right here. Okay, so then we will go to height. Okay, do we have our height? This is going to be our height. Our height is up and down. Okay, now, oh, I should actually go like this. I forgot to give a measurement. We'll just put 3 for this one right here. Okay, we'll just put 3. I forgot to give you that measurement. Okay, so the height. So height equals 3. Okay, same as this right here. It's going to equal, our height is going to equal 3 centimeters. Now all we need to do is find the length, the left and right. Okay, so remember, when you have 2 of them together, this, let's get purple so it's a different color. This piece and this piece, okay, the length of A and the length of B, if you add the length of A and the length of B together, you get the whole length, this whole entire distance from here to here. Okay, you get the length of A plus the length of B, and you add them together, it gives you the whole entire length. All right, so what do we know? We know that we have the whole entire length. Okay, we have 4. We already have that. Okay, we know we have the length of A because we already found it. It's right here. That's 2 centimeters. Plus, do we know the length of B? No, that's what we're trying to find. Okay, so then we say, okay, 2 plus what equals 4? Well, 2 plus 2 equals 4. Okay, so our length of B is 2. We found it. Perfect. There we go. So we've split it apart. We've labeled it. We found all 3 measurements, and now all you would have to do is multiply them. Okay? Piece of cake. Let's do another one. So here's one that's a little bit of a different shape, but we're going to go through the same steps. Okay, number 1, we're going to find the width, right? I like to use red right here. We're going to find the width. The width are the Let me actually put some measurements on here. Let's put 10 on this one. Let's put 12 on this one. We're always going to go centimeters. Okay, we will put 3 here. We will put, let's go with 6 right here. Okay, that should be enough. So step 1, we find our diagonals. Look at this. Here's our diagonals. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we find our width. Okay, what's our width? Well, we know one of these diagonals. One of these diagonals is going to have it, and it has it right here. Okay, so we know this one is 3 centimeters, so that means all of them are 3 centimeters. So our width, or our diagonals, is 3 centimeters. Okay, step number 2, we're going to break this thing apart. I'm just going to break it apart right here. Okay, now we have an A part, and now we have a B part. Then we will go and we will find the length, width, and height of A, the length, width, and I want you to write it just like this, just as I'm writing this down, okay? And then you will find B, the length, the width, and the height of B. Now, here's the cool part. You already found the width, right? That's why we do that in step 1. You found it. It's right there, 3 centimeters. And it's the same all the way across, so we know the width of B is going to be 3 centimeters. So really, we only have to find 2. Okay, so let's go back. We're going to go to A right here. We're going to find ourselves a spot. Okay, we're going to find ourselves a spot right here. Let's get all 3, and we're going to see if we can't get this thing. Oh, we need one more measurement. I'll just give an easy measurement right here. Let's go with, where's my white? I need to put some more of these on here. Okay, so let's just go with, that's 12. We'll just call this, white. Come on. We'll call this 6 centimeters, okay? If I can get the right amount here. Okay, so we go, we find our spot. The first one we find is left and right. Okay, what is this one? Well, look across, it's the same one right there. So it's 6. So it's 6 centimeters. We already know what the width is. Now we just need to find the height, up and down right here. What is this one? Well, we don't know it quite yet. Is there anything close that we can find? Well, here's something we don't really know. Okay, but what we do know is we know that there's a total. Look at this. We have a total from here to here, and we know that is 10. Okay, so we know this piece, the height, this is the height of A. And if we add the height of A to right here, see this? Okay, this part, okay, it's going to give us a total of 10. Okay, well, this is like a little piece of the height of B, right? So 6, we will say 6 plus what equals 10. Okay, 6 plus what equals 10? This is going to be 6 plus 4 equals 10. So we know our height right here would be 4 centimeters. Perfect, we found it. Okay, now let's move to B. B, we already have the width, great. So I'm going to find a spot. Look at this. I'm going to find this spot right. I'm going to find this spot right here. Okay? So we already know the width. Let's find the length. Left and right is our length right here. Do we know this one? We don't have it quite yet. Okay, so we might have to do some calculating. Let's see if we can find the height. Let's see if that one's easier. Height is up and down. Yep, we got that one. It's 10 right there. Okay, so we know our height is 10. Okay, now we're going to have to calculate a little bit. Okay, so we need to find this. Do we have the total? Okay, so I'm going to see this line right here goes out like this. Do we have this total? Yeah, we do. Look at right here. The total width of this thing is 12 centimeters. Okay, the total width is 12 centimeters. Do we know any other width? Yes, we do. Look at, we know the width of A right here. The width of A is 6. Okay, this part is 6 centimeters. Okay, so we got 6 centimeters plus a question mark right here equals 12 centimeters. 6 plus what equals 12? Well, 6 plus 6 equals 12. Okay, so we know our length here is 6 centimeters. Okay, no, it's not to scale, but this is the process that I want you to use to be able to find those, okay? All right, so those are a couple of them. Let's just do one more really quickly. We'll do one more real quick. Let me put a couple. Let's put 15 right here. We're gonna put 10 right here. Let's put 1 right here. Oh, let's go ahead and put 2 right there. And let's put 8 right here. Okay, these are all centimeters. We're going to make it easy. So step number 1, quickly, we are going to find the width. We're going to find the diagonals. Okay, here's our diagonals. What is our width? Our width equals 1. We have it right here, 1 centimeter. Okay, 1 centimeter. Then we're going to break this thing apart. Let's break it apart. I'm going to break it right here. So we have A, and then we have B, right? We're going to go A, what is the length, the width, and the height of A? And then we will go, what is B, the length, width, and the height of B? We already know that we have the width because we found it right here. The width is 1 centimeter. We know we have the width from B. That is 1 centimeter. Okay. Oops, let me go back here. Okay, now we just have to find the length and the height. Okay, let's go to A really quick. I pick a spot that's got 3 on it. Let's find the length, left to right. Okay, we don't have that yet, but is there something close to it? Yes, there is. Look at it's 2 right here, 2 centimeters. Let's find the height. Our height is up and down. Do we have that one? Yes, we do. 10 centimeters. Bam, piece of cake. Got it. Okay, now we're going to move to B. Okay, we find our point right here. So we already have the width. We need the length and the height. Okay, let's go right here. Do we have the length? We don't have it yet. Is there anything close to it right here that can give it away for us? No, there's nothing yet. That means we're going to have to calculate it, okay? Let's move to see if we can find the height. Maybe that one's a little easier. Can we find the height? Is it here? No. What about right next to it? Yes, it is 8. So we know our height is 8. So now we have to do a little calculation, okay? So look at, we need to find the width. We got the width right here of A, and we have the width, or excuse me, not the width, the length. So we have the length of A right here, and this is the length of B that we're trying to find. Remember, the length of A plus the length of B is going to give us, let me get that different color. the length of A right here plus the length of B right here is going to give us this total length of the entire thing. Okay, so we know the length of A, we already have it. We know the length of A is, we have it right here, length of A is 2, plus the length of B, we don't know that yet, we're trying to find it, but we know the total equals 15. 2 plus what equals 15? Well, 2 plus 13 equals 15, okay? So now we have the length of B, which is 13 centimeters. There we go. Breaking that apart. So now all we have to do is we have to multiply them and add them up, okay? But that's the process that I want you to go through when you break apart these prisms to try to find the right length, width, and height. Because once you find the length, width, and height, it's easy to multiply them, and then you add them together and you got it, okay? Wonderful.